YouTube, what the crap's going on? HeirofCarthage back in Total War Attila, and we are going to continue the Himyar campaign. I'm excited every time I get, well, honestly, I'm pretty excited about all my campaigns right now. I'm enjoying them thoroughly, and each one of them, I actually kind of get excited whenever, and it's like the night to record them. That's a good thing, as opposed to, maybe getting bored with one or something. So I know I'm enjoying it. I'm going to go ahead and do the campaign movement range for that general. I had some good generals, and someone pointed out that it was actually my faction heir that got killed. It's a good point. So it means that this here lady is actually kind of the faction leader by de facto, an old widow. Actually, she's not that old. She's only 38, I think. Yeah, she's only 38. So anyway, that was pretty irritating. So they killed my... Yeah, it wasn't my faction heir, it was my faction leader that they killed. So, well, no, yeah, it was a faction leader, because this guy was already the heir because he was the son of this dude here. Well, the illegitimate son, but still. Anyway, there's plenty of illegitimate kids roaming around in this family tree. It's all my brothels and stuff, I'm sure, helping to drive that type of behavior. So, we got good money, and we're pretty close to being able to complete, well, I mean, we got a ton of money, like enough to complete this, but we actually have to finish this research here too. And I guess that's, I'm working on this one up here that gives me the Room Hob Warriors. That's right, because that would be a pretty sweet unit to have. I would almost just get rid of the spears in my armies and throw in the Room Hob Warriors. So we've taken control of Hira, and we can build another facility here, which would probably be a good idea. So this one gives Judaism boost, also gives a boost to public order and sanitation to all regions at the cost of some food. Since we're so heavy on food, it kind of seems like it makes sense, but the well doesn't cost any food. I get public order and growth on top of it, but I mean the spread of Judaism is kind of helpful, to be honest. We can switch that later on if we feel the need to. Rate. So yeah, let's just kind of hold off on that right now. Let's switch the horse breeder over to a camel herd because we're going to need the extra food in that barren province. And it looks like I can build another building in Alexandria, and it's going to be to my benefit to get a military building put in here. We can get a cavalry corral, a supply storage, or training grounds. I'm thinking training grounds is what I want. Balta defenders, Jamal Rumha, elite Numidian archers. Kushite Shotalai, that would be very nice to have. And then eventually we can get down here, we can get the Kaya Halim and Sa Negrum or whatever they are, and Zealot Sicarius. All those units would be handy to have. We've got to have iron to do it, which we don't currently have, and we have some research left to do too. But yeah, so we'll go ahead and build the infantry quarters. I believe that will be the best way to go. I wonder where you get the Room Hob Warriors. Probably come from a... Where would the Room Hob Warriors come from? Not from the cavalry infantry recruitment. Let's see, military, town levy recruitment. Right there, Room Hob Skirmishers. So they come from a smaller town. But I still don't see the Room Hob Warriors. The Room Hob Warriors might just be an upgrade. Yeah, so they upgrade from Room Hob Skirmishers, which were available from the beginning. I just haven't made the proper building. Okay, got it. Understood. So, good to know. Good to know. Alright, we've got gold veins. So, yeah, let's go ahead and put the infantry... We'll put the training grounds in here. Alright. I think that's gonna be... It's gonna be okay for now. This army survived against a lot of Sassanids, which is absolutely important. And we kept all of our units here too. Probably not gonna hurt to go ahead and start training in more troops into this army and my other one. I've got the cavalry I need, and I've already got 4 Balta defenders here, so probably gonna be in my best interest. Let's go out of forced march. And I'm going to go ahead and start heading up this way because I kind of like to colonize that spot. That'll give me access to, I believe, lead. And I don't think I'm taking advantage of the lead here, but it doesn't matter because it wouldn't make me as much money. Some of the other stuff right now anyway.
Are you ready to serve? A noble cause requires noble men.
Let's get 3 more spearmen. There we go. So we'll just kind of fill that army out all the way. And then we'll take care of this one. I need infantry in this one, and I can't recruit it at the moment, so we're going to have to wait till we finish the military structures up here, and then we can get infantry into that army. But that's okay, because we probably don't need to throw all of our money into 2 armies at once anyway. It says we can assign a provincial governor still, and the question would be whether to put that governor in Palestina or Arabia Magna. And I'm kind of considering putting them in Arabia Magna. Let's see, let's take this guy that just doesn't have a whole lot of influence. He's an administrator anyway, and we'll put him in an Arabia Magna, and then I'll turn around and let's go back to this screen, and I'll take this guy who's got, you know, he does have a young son, but we could tell him to go ahead and try and adopt the guy that I just brought in. I believe it's him right here. Yeah, Governor Arabia Magna. So we'll take him, tell him to adopt him so that we can use that to help continue to build our power and dominion. Sanitation and research rate. Replenishment, religious influence to state religion. That'll be fine for now. I might switch that later. And it says we can assign another province, so I can put one in Palestina too. Probably do that. I'm gonna go ahead. Let's see, these are those generals. Yeah, I got generals assigned to most of these guys. Should I put the governor in there? Yeah, I think I'm going to. I don't know if I'm going to do that to help spread a little bit of extra state religion at the moment. Where's my other priest at? I've got one priest here. Where's the other? Okay, one here. So I got one spreading Judaism in Arabia Magna, and then the other one is helping to balance out my home province, which is unfortunate. This thing right here is spreading a ton of Jewish paganism. I could get 2 more influence too from that there, but takes food consumption. Let's just kind of hold off there. Let's see, so the net, well, I mean, the net food is 210 here, so we're not in any kind of hurt, that's for sure. So maybe let's just go ahead and do that. I mean, just a little bit of food, and we get extra sanitation and all kinds of other stuff out of it. That one just gives me more food reserve. I mean, there's almost no reason not to do that one. Okay, we do have a lot of buildings that I probably need to take a look at, but I do want to go ahead and end the turn. Just kind of see what we get here. So many tattered stacks of Sassanids in Palestine. And inevitably people always argue about whatever I call that area. It is... I'm just calling it that. It's the name of the province on the map. Let's not get into a political bout over this. So, anyway, here we go. Get to the end of the turn. Arabia Magna, there's a rebellion. This does not surprise me. One in Palestine as well. And then we had the Lockmids fail to ruin my stores. Worth your while. Influence minus 40. Holy crap. I'm just going to go ahead and decree it. It doesn't matter. Alright, it's a little bit of a rebellion here. It's not much of one. They'll probably just run off if I attack them. probably should have just let them rebel a little longer.
Your next command.
But whatever.
Get to it, man.
I need to actually get back to the city, so I'm gonna have to just force march. Hopefully I don't get in a fight, because then my guys are gonna get all tired-y. Well, they'll start off tired in the fight, is what I should say. Alright, this army has leveled up. We can reduce the upkeep cost pretty substantially for the units in it. That's probably a good way to go.
We fight for you.
And there's the Judean rebels. I'm not going to let them build up too much, because I don't know what the Sassanids look like as far as the forces they're gathering.
To victory.
So I'm going to push the Judean rebels back into Sassanid territory and see what they do with them. So we got that local industry there, and we've got our gem cutter. I don't think I need the local industry. I'm going to ditch it and build a farm in its place. And we got a military jetty that I'm going to switch over to a fishing jetty. I might build a sanitation structure there, actually. We're probably minus in the food, so if I switch that over to the fishing jetty and build a sanitation structure, that'll probably help out in Isla there. Let's see, this army will have its full strength, and we can go basically settle the desolate capital, and then we'll try and finish off taking Arabia. And I'll try and finish off Arabia with this army, so that maybe we can go hit Ctesiphon, which I believe is the Sassanid capital. Looks like it is. Enemy provincial capital. Well, actually no, it's their capital's further back in, I think, but Ctesiphon's still a major city for the Sassanids, and having it battered by their enemies is definitely going to look poorly. How are we doing on food consumption? Oh yeah, we're straight set for food here, so go courthouse. And let's go ahead and upgrade the sanitation structure just to make sure that we keep solid sanitation and public order. And I don't need to upgrade that. Gold veins do make me more, but now that we have the gemstones, we can build either the goldsmith. And the goldsmith, whew, that's a heck of a lot of public order hit. And we can't afford it, actually, at the moment. I'm going to have to build up some other structures to cover the hit from what we're going to take. We can cover the squalor, I'm sure, by upgrading those buildings, but we're going to take a hit on public order that I can't really afford there yet. Okay, let's go ahead and end one more turn so I can get that second army all trained up, and we'll let my guys continue to heal at Isla and Hira. Can't quite move to take Ctesiphon just yet. Sassanid crap stack trying to move past me. They could hire up mercenaries. It could potentially become a problem, but for now it's okay. It looks like the East Romans coming down and resettling Peritoneum there. And the Garamantians all over them immediately. Of course, I've made peace with the Garamantians. Got another agent screwing with me. I really need some spies. I'm going to have to go get them recruited. I need some champions, too. I need to take care of that. Critical success, ruining my stores at Hira, so... And, critical failure there. Okay, so this army's all ready to go. Let's get up here and settle Yathrib. Colonize. It's going to take a lot of men from me and a lot of money too, but let's get it colonized. Now's a good time to earn the money back since we're doing fairly well. I don't have enough money to rebuild the city on this turn, but we should get it back on the next turn, and then eventually we'll be able to train that army up too. So the Judean rebels still out here. Let's go ahead and see if we can catch them. Let me go ahead and put them out of their misery. Sassanids look to try and be rebuilding at Nova Trajana Bostra, or whatever that is. I don't have enough money to build that up either. You don't get patchy factories though on Attila, so at least that's one benefit for me. I wonder, I don't think I can train. Yeah, I think we can train a spy here actually. No, we can't. That just means I can train a Magus. Yeah, my bad. That was just showing that I had a governor there. Okay, yeah, nothing we can do. And this army in Hira got a little bit jacked up by the enemy agent, but they're okay too. My home province is very stable at this point, which is quite good. I'm trying to look at the breakdown of Judaism. I wonder... Yeah, my character is driving it massively. If I take that character away, it's gonna really screw it up, so I kind of have to keep that Magus there. Don't know why it popped that up on me again. Oh, we have iron now at Yathrib. I was almost kind of thinking that was lead, but it makes sense. Or, yeah, I was thinking it was lead, but it's not. It should be iron.
Now, at your agreement, the softer rains of peace could be yours.
The Lochmids want peace. I'm gonna go ahead and take it, just so that it's one less faction I'm at war with. I mean, you saw where their crappy one stack left was way up there, so there's no sense in staying at war with them. The East Romans went out there and committed suicide against the Garamantians. Doesn't seem to make sense. Garamantians in control of Gortyna. Rhodes is in control of one of the Sassanid client or puppet states. Garamantia has grown considerably more powerful, and Alexandria is about to get hit by, looks like, Armenians and others trying to sail in behind me, which means I'm going to have to pull back from Isla, or simply reinforce with this army here. But I can't get to Alexandria in time with them, and I can't even do it with these guys, to be honest. I can force march back to it, but my guys are going to be tired. All we can hope to do is maybe get to Isla before... Okay. All I can do is maybe hope to get to Isla before the Sassanids get there. I don't know how good a chance I have of that, though, to be honest. Go build that building up. I don't think I can train anything better into this army right now. I really can't. Which is unfortunate.
My lord.
This army's retraining now. We can go ahead and rebuild the small city there. That'll help slowly unlock more buildings. We kind of need to get a hold of that settlement up here.
My lord.
May get kind of tricky to hold all these, but I'm gonna go ahead and do it here just to put some extra pressure on the extra pressure on the Sassanids. We'll leave Hira alone. It's a little bit dangerous because there's probably Sassanids around, but I want to just try and pressure the Sassanids a little. These guys, if they start the fight, they're going to be tired, unfortunately, which is going to greatly lessen their combat capability, but I had to get up there and defend Alexandria so that I didn't potentially get steamrolled right away. So this is the governor here that we're looking... +3 experience for infantry recruits. Oh, it's only in his army, though, so that wouldn't do me any good. Guess we'll just do that. And he's got 2 skills as well. Lowers corruption. I guess that's not a bad thing. Let's see, governor. Go ahead and start giving him some stuff. None of these things are any good for a governor, though, so... that one might help for a governor. And let's see if there's anything else. Tax rate plus 5%, faction-wide research rate. Those things aren't bad. Public order boost. Minus corruption. Cunning plus 2. Public order plus 5 from presence of Judaism. Let's do that one. Okay. Then he's got skills too. That'll boost up the public order a little bit there. Okay, now we can end the turn. Let's see what the Sassanids and their client states decide to do here. They may very well hit me at Isla, which kind of sucks because I had just invested in a little bit. Alexandria is more important. They're doing something. They did not take Isla, though. So it's possible I may be able to get some troops there to help defend it.
We shall put aside swords and draw the bow. The arrow will
Garamantians are going to declare war on me again. They've got all this territory here, so we're going to have to give them a bit of a beating to humble them again. We humbled them previously, but now they've decided that they're strong again. And they're going to actually try and jump in front of these Sassanid puppet states and attack me with a huge army. But they decide to pull back. Don't know what all that's about. Let's see if the Sassanid puppet states attack me. Macron's not one of the one here. I think that's Armenia, and I don't recognize the other one. Afrikids, maybe? But yeah, I think it's Armenia that's going to be on the next turn. We'll see whether they attack. Or no, it's Parthia. My bad. Pretty sure the other one's Afrikids. We'll see if I'm right. All of them pulling back because I have defenses at Alexandria now. So they had...
We fight for you, my lord.
Success there. Failure. Mission will be issued soon. Well, thanks for the notice. Appreciate that. Seems kind of a pointless notice, but... yeah, let's hit the Sassanids here. Take their city, and I can start to put in some agriculture here to help this province out. Put in a camel herd. Let's go ahead and occupy.
Ready for further orders.
And let's see. Repair that. Trash that. Repair that. And let's repair that too. Actually, we may... let's tear that down a notch. Caravan shelter, noble estate. Tax rate. Okay, yeah, never mind, we're fine there. There's some Gassanid rebels nearby. I don't have the movement points to get them on this turn, so we're just going to have to leave them alone. Let's give these guys the extra campaign movement range. Isla is in pretty severe danger, and even on a forced march, I can't reach it. These Sassanid stacks here, though, are pretty crappy. So, let's just go into a normal stance, move on through here. I could attack the Garamantians here, and I think that their army here would end up with seasickness, because those are transports, and it might be a good time to give them a beatdown. Those are decent spearmen. Desert tribesmen are going to be weak. I could smash that army pretty bad.
At your command.
Yeah, we could smash up that army pretty badly.
For you, my lord.
Income's good right now too, which is always a good thing. Let's get the campaign movement range.
My lord.
And we need to go ahead and... dang, I can't recruit anybody yet. I've still got 2 turns before I can recruit both the defenders in that army. Let's go ahead and attack the Garamantians here. The Africans do have a transport fleet here as well, but again, if those guys come in with seasickness, they're going to be less than favorable. And honestly, what I'm going to do if I beat the Garamantians here is I'll try and move up and raise Peritoneum, and I'll just try and raise a couple of the Garamantian settlements to slow them down and see if that'll get them to call off their foolish war here. Yeah, we're going to attack the Garamantians. I'm going to get the reinforcements from the city too, which includes a governor. Which, that'll be helpful, because that's another desert chieftain, I think, at this point. Unless the governor just automatically takes the infantry bodyguard. I don't know how that works. I guess I could go click on the governor and change his bodyguard, probably, if I needed to. They may come with the axe unit. Either way. Start the deployment. We should be able to start up here on this hill. Kind of come down and crap on the... crap on our enemies. Okay, got some archers. Got our chieftain. I'm gonna leave the chieftain in the center for support, and obviously I'm gonna put the armored camel warriors on the flanks. Man, it would be very nice to get some Himyarite Shotalai, actually. They are so much more, you know, melee potent. Got my reinforcements coming on here.
Enemy reinforcements have been spotted.
Yeah, I've got the Axe General, unfortunately. So I don't know if you just can't upgrade your governors, or if you just have to go do it specifically, which I did not, so that very well could be the case. They got a couple of Jav-Cav. Infantry-wise, my Baltha defenders in a wall formation ought to crush the enemy infantry. I've got considerably better health, and again, in the shield wall formation, they're going to be quite good. And then, of course, I've got the cavalry advantage, and desert tribesmen are going to be terrible versus the camel warriors. Desert raiders are going to be bad. The desert chieftain's the only decent cav unit they have. And, you know, considering that I've got spear support plus cav support, we should be good. Let's go ahead and move up again. Yeah, I got our guys trying to run to keep up back here, but those infantry have a long walk ahead of them. Reinforcements coming in for my enemies here too. A couple more missile cav. They've got a mercenary Persian mounted bowman. Wonder where they got a Persian mounted bowman from, as the Garamantians. It's kind of odd. It's going to be more annoying than anything else. I'll save some ammo on my archers to take out units like that. In fact, I don't even think I'm going to use my archers against their own skirmishers. Just going to go ahead and get my guys into shield wall. And I'm going to get them moving forward nice and slow. Start pushing my spears up. Yeah, I don't really want to let all these reinforcements get there. Let's actually come out of shield wall. Push forward a little first. Hate to kind of run my guys that far, but I'm probably going to have to. Switch over to flaming shot. Target the Persian mounted bowman. And one of you target this Jav-Cav. Let's get a camel warrior up here to support. AI usually cav YOLOs me. That looks like what they're going to try and do. I'm going to try and take out those camel warriors here. I've got my armored camel warriors inbound. Okay, they're going to pull back, so I'm going to have to fall back too. Okay, I've hit their Persian mounted bowman, which is good. All my axes are in formation. Let's go ahead and push forward. Got flaming arrows inbound on a lot of their skirmish cav, and it's working. We've almost gotten rid of the Persian mounted bowman. We've got extra cav units we can pull up to. Okay, so push back the Persian mounted bowman. Let's rush the spears up to support the flank. Just push up a little here. Okay. Dadgummit, my guys came out of their stupid defensive formation. That's irritating. Let's get around the flank here. I'm gonna start moving camel warriors around the flank. Let's get here, get into that fight.
The enemy is going for our general. Protect him.
Yeah, I'm not real worried about it. Just keep firing there. And take out those archers. I've got the center held down, but we're gonna need to attack. Let's get in here and tear up the center a little. Get my general back. Let's get him back here to protect the center. Go ahead and target there. Let's pull my camel warriors back out of that fight, reinforce with spears, get my axes in there. And we got these camel warriors back behind the enemy troops, attacking the rear there. And let's get over here and get a nice rear attack set up. These armored camel warriors got beat up a little bit. Let's get up here. Go chase these guys down. Get into the back of that. My armored camel warriors are shredding into the back of this big blob now. Extreme frame lag, of course. But yeah, this big group of Garamantians is as good as dead. And then another group here about to just get wrecked. Desert Legionary defectors and other units just getting absolutely crapped on right there. Yeah, let's go ahead and target these guys out. Get there. Gave those guys a pretty nasty volley. Get over here. Alright, let's get into their Desert Chieftain here. Let's bring those camel warriors back. I'm going to try and chase down a few of these bowmen. Some of these units are going to regroup. Let's just try and take them out with some of the spare cavalry we got sitting around. Try and take some of the rest of these units back out of the fight real quick. See if I can micro my troops around successfully. Probably not. Let's get all of our archers back here. Okay, all the enemy units over here are pretty much collapsing. We need to regroup, get my general back to safety. He's getting too far forward. That's good news. Let's get my axes ready for the next operation here. Get those camels in there and knock out this desert tribesman real quick. Bring those camels out to the flank, and let's start working these guys down and around behind these guys coming off the boats. They've already engaged my spears here, so let's just bring axes down to support. I'm gonna start moving this axe line around. Start moving these spears down and around too. Alright. Get all of our guys moving here. Let's go ahead and get into the back of these spears. Even though these are light units, what's this unit here? Mercenary Persian Skirmisher. This unit's throwaway because it came from my settlement, so let's just throw it away and hold those guys down. I'm gonna go for a rear charge here. My axes are doing a spectacular job in this battle. Let's get this guy down here. You get down here too. Camel warriors. I don't want to get too close to the javelins from those spear units, so let's just be patient. We took the Persian skirmishers off the field, and our cavalry rear charge, even though it was a light cavalry, was successful. We can finish these guys off probably with a flank charge from these camel warriors. Let's go ahead and engage over here. There's quite a few. Got some desert tribesmen there that kind of concern me a little bit. Yeah, my camel warriors slamming into the flank of the enemy here. That's going to drive them off, which then just freed up all my axes. So let's hurry up and get the axes down there. We got more spears to bring down. Let's bring those units around. Axes up, axes up. Gotta keep microing. You gotta micro fast in Attila, which is bad for me, because the battles happen so quickly. Let's get some rear charges set up. And I'm losing a few spearmen, but we got infantry on the way. Let's watch this real quick. So yeah, enemy gonna get absolutely crushed in another rear charge, and I think these guys are suffering from seasickness, which means that their morale and stats ought to be pretty well jacked up to begin with. So they're going to get absolutely crushed. So smashing both Garamantian armies there, kind of taking that threat away, not letting them siege my city, that's a win for me. Because if they siege my... Wow, 515 kills on one of those camel warriors. Probably one of the ones making rear charges. The Baltha defenders seem sturdy enough there that they're doing okay outside of the shield formation. I'm going to take on their warriors. Well, I say that. I'm actually not. Let's kill the captive so that I can keep the chevrons we're earning on these units, because when I take on warriors, it's going to make my guys less experienced. Yeah, that's going to effectively beat down those Garamantian armies pretty substantially.
Ready for further orders.
Unfortunately, we still got the Africans sitting right here, which means I can't just sail off and leave Alexandria. As much, I mean, I would really like to come over there and just raise Pertinium, but I'm going to have to come back and kind of guard and retrain my men. This army, though, is quite capable and should be able to help defend Egypt. And I mean, that was a pretty massive smackdown that we gave to the Garamantians there. I'm going to give this general some more zeal. See what that does for him. Seems like my camera got turned a little bit, maybe. There we go.
Ready for orders.
Yathrib. Yeah, this province is pretty ticked off, understandably, because it just, you know, went through some conquering.
Ready for battle.
And let's see, there's a pretty substantial Sassanid stack up here. They're going to come in and take Hira. Not much that can be done about that at the moment, and this province is probably going to rebel. Well, it's already rebelling up here with the Ghassanid rebels. But we'll just kind of see what happens there. Now, as far as getting to Isla, this army's already moved, so I can't go anywhere there. Anyway, I'm out of time. We'll pick it up here next time. We made a little progress. We took this desolate province, turned it into our own, and we took Dumatha, but we're probably going to lose Hira here, and we'll have to take it back. But that'll give me a chance to beat down a couple more Sassanid stacks, and then this army has retrained, and we can kind of bring it up from Yathrib to help out here too. So we'll get some pressure on. The Garamantians declaring war on me is unfortunate, because, I mean, they really are just more of a nuisance than anything right now. And, I mean, I just gave their armies a pretty sound beatdown. They're just feeling big because they have, like, 4 or 5 provinces under their control. So, I don't know if it says how many settlements they hold, but anyway.
Before you say anything, know that I have an
Yeah, they don't want a peace treaty, so I'll wait and see if after I raise a couple of their settlements and kill their armies if they'll be more interested in peace. HeirofCarthage signing off for now.